Okay, so I was getting ready to put these papers, or put these photos on inside this album. I was going to record, you know, which ones of these I wanted. She's got her tickets here, pictures of her, that sort of thing. So I was getting ready to do the first page and record the first page when I realized, and I even did a flip through of this and still didn't realize what was wrong with this album. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't realize what it was, and forgive the inner workings of, I didn't want this adhesive to stick. So what I'm trying to say is I had to disassemble this book, and what was wrong was this hinge right here is connected to the back piece, and there's no gusset, which is this piece right here. There's no gusset for it to breathe, and so it wouldn't lay open flat like it's supposed to. So basically what I need to do, now that I've removed the papers, or the pages, out of this album, and all that good jazz, I need to take apart this back piece right here. I need to take it apart and add another gusset right here. So then that way there's two gussets, and then a piece, a spot for this piece right here. Luckily, and this is just pure luck, honestly, luckily I found in, not found it in my stash like it was an aha moment, but I knew I had more Heidi Swap. Sorry, I took it out of its wrapping so that way it wouldn't be so crazy. But I knew I had more Heidi Swap specialty cardstock is all she calls it, but it's this stuff right here. And it's made to spray, and then you wipe off the little bits so you have that awesome color. And that's what it's made for. But I really liked the tone-on-tone of her pieces. I'm not sure if you guys can see. This has like a tone-on-tone chevron. I've got two pieces of each, except for, go figure, I've got two pieces of the stripe, which matches the stripe for one of the, oh, what am I trying to say, folders. I've got this geometric, which also matches one of the folders. Again, two pieces of everything except for this piece. I only have one, which is okay. Honestly, it is just fine, because what I'm going to do is I might not be able to save, whoops, I might not be able to save this back piece at all. So what I'm going to try to do is tear up this piece right here on both sides. I use my little Cricut spatula right here, and what I'm going to try to do is get under here and tear this piece up. Now I do have to say that the score tape is absolutely phenomenal. It really truly is. Sorry, I forgot that I had pieces in here, but I don't want to throw away all these pockets that I've already worked really hard at making. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and get under here somehow and remove this piece. Well, then what I want to do is I want to take this piece and glue it to this piece, so that way I don't lose any of this. And then I will add, when I glue this down, that's where I'll add my new gussets and introduce a new gusset and a new one of these. So I think it'll be just fine. It's not the first time that I have torn apart a project. I wish I could get more of these folders, but that's okay. I don't need any more. I think I can work with what I have. Plus, I'm very lucky to have more of this paper in my stash. And that's what I'm going to go do, and I will show you guys how it looks as soon as I get it disassembled and put back together. Alright, okay, so that took a little bit. That took probably about 2 hours for me to reassemble this book, put it back the way that I had it. Oops, sorry. And I ended up adding that extra gusset that I was telling you guys about right in here. So now you can tell that this is like a little bit wider, only because I wanted this extra little bit, and I wanted that pocket in the back to lay flat. Now, the book itself lays like this. I'm not going to lie. It is very, very thick on the edge here. It's got about 4 pieces of cardstock. I'm not sure if you guys can see how thick, whoops, how thick that really is, just because of how I had to manipulate it. This part right here is actually starting to, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's starting to fray and come apart, but that's the whole point of it, right? That's one of the reasons why I don't like mini albums, but another reason why, you know, I like grunge, because then it looks used. So what I might do is I might put 2 little, I can't really because I've already decorated this and I don't believe I have any more of this, but I was thinking about putting Velcro, one here, and one here, and then adding another strip to hide them. I'm not really sure how that works. I don't think that I can hide them. I think I'll just have to end up Velcroing them. And then I've got 3 secured Velcros. The only problem is I don't want somebody to go like this and then this piece rips because it's only 1 piece of cardstock. So I'm not really sure. I don't want to do a belly band because I know my daughter just will not fuss with something like that. She'll never either open it or she'll never put the belly band back on. Once I'm done going like this 8.5 million times, when I start putting the project together, it will probably be like, it won't do this anymore. It's just right now it's kind of new, but I did disassemble it. I did put it back together. The only problem that I did was when I took it apart, this piece right here was the little curve of the folder, and so it pointed up. I flattened that out, but now it sticks up like this. And after I already stuck it down for the 3rd time, I thought, oh, I should have corner rounded it. And I should have, but I didn't want to peel it back up again and weaken that joint another time. I've already peeled it up 3 times. No way. I pulled out this punch. That's the punch that I used almost throughout the album here. And then I finished it off in the back, right back here. I used, I'm not sure if you guys can see. There we go. Much better. Sorry, it's bad lighting and I had to close my curtains just so you guys wouldn't get that glare of the sun. So that's that punch that I used to kind of just hide what I did here. Whoops. Sorry. Just kind of hide what I did here. I added another piece of cardstock and wrapped it around, and that's also the issue that I'm having. I want this to lay flat like that when I'm working in it, which it doesn't. I'm gonna have it like this, but when somebody's going through the album, I mean, this hanging up right here isn't gonna be a big deal. Plus when you flip it over, they'll be held down, and now this doesn't pop up like it was, I guess I should say. So I think I like it a lot better. I almost flipped these 2, but I didn't want these to be the first thing that you saw when you opened up. So these 2 pieces, this one would have been on this side and this one would have been on this side. But I didn't want to do that. So here it is. Oh, nope, goes this way. Just because I think this is going to be my first page. I think what I will do is, I did rip like a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Right up here. I did rip it a little bit. I tried to ink it to where it's not so white core cardstock. And then this one, well, right there, that one was me not paying attention and the book fell off my glass mat right here. And it fell off the edge and I ripped it. Oh, I was so mad. So that's what happened down at the bottom, but it's down at the bottom. Nobody's going to notice. And so, anywho, so I'm going to go ahead and, not right now because my time is up for today in playing, but so my intention was I was going to do this and I was going to record it for you guys. I was going to show you guys that I had decided not to use these 2 photos because they really, here you can tell she's heading to New York. I mean, you can tell that that is New York. That's gorgeous. And so I was going to matte it and put it right here. These two photos I was not going to use. And then I was going to decorate around her photo like this with the TSA and all that stuff. And then this kind of reminds me of a, what's it called? It's not a postcard. A passport, you know, where you've got all your stamps and stuff in it. And so I was going to kind of have this tucked underneath, maybe tuck this staple here back and have it like this. So she's, you know, you can see it, and then maybe have this popping up like that. And then these two photos were going to get matted and tucked in, so you had it like that. So it was going to look like this, and then she can pull these out. I even might back them 1 to 1, and then that way it's just one, and if she doesn't want to keep looking at herself, she can have it like that, and then turn it around, and oh, there I am on, you know, the on the airplane. But I was going to do it like this, so she had spots to journal, but I don't know if she'd have that much to say to fill up 2 cards worth. So I might turn it around this way, have it like this, and then maybe have a tag sticking out of here for her to write on. I also have this cute little pocket right here that I was going to put all of her room cards and things in. She's got a number right there, and so have it poked in just like that. And then this can be something that's a little less, like, I don't have a whole lot of photos for. And then this can be like she saved me all of her receipts, and I can kind of tuck them in, and no, not that one, but you know what I mean. I can kind of tuck in all the receipts. I can use them like I will with this, and like, I don't know, put them somewheres. I could even like put these pictures over here like that if she didn't want to look at herself, and shrink this up and put everything all in this one side over here. But I really like it like that, and I really like it like this. I actually really liked it with both. Who knows? But yeah, I've got like her school card. I've got this little card that she bought for you know, her you know, just a little. It's her favorite X-Men. And then the Metro card. I don't want to put them all right here because then it will be like indented, because they are really, really thick. But I don't want to put them here because this goes all the way down, so I don't want to lose that. I could put them, well, no, because then it'll get caught. Yeah, I was thinking I could put them in a pocket. I do have all of these as well, that every time I make a mini album for someone, I take all of the scraps, because I use 12 by 12 cardstock. And so these are like the leftovers, and I will take just my scraps throughout the album and make, you know, like little film strips and stuff. And this is what I use to tuck in their pockets and stuff. So I might use this. However, some of these might be a little bit too thick, you know, to fill up this whole album with. I mean, that's a chunk. And can you imagine how thick this album would be if I backed all the photos like this with 2 pieces of cardstock each? So I've got quite, I keep saying I've got quite a bit to think about and to go on, but I really know that I want to get this done. And I also took apart her lanyard. This is the lanyard of the like the tour, World Strides was what it was. And so I took this apart, and I could like put it like in here to decorate that, or I could put it along an edge like this somewheres. I just thought it was kind of cool. I was thinking about cutting it because there is, like right here, because they go one direction and then they go the other direction. That way when she wears the lanyard, they're both going the right direction. Anyways, I just, this is what I wanted to do, but then I realized I needed to fix the album first. And so the album is fixed, it's ready to go. So this will be the next thing that I work on, is this one right here. All right, I will see you next time. Sorry for not scrapbooking for you guys and just showing you how I fixed an album. Thanks so much. Yeah, that worked.